I call this meeting to order at 8:30 p.m. Before we call roll, I will have all newly selected senators, please stand up for your oath of office. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, name of office holder, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of, name of your office, of Valparaiso University, and will, to the best of my ability, serve, protect, and defend the interests of Valparaiso University Student Senate. You can go for them. And the student body of Valparaiso University. All right, congratulations, you are now senators. Please sign that and I'll come and collect them. All right, moving on. Secretary Shouse, can you please call roll?
President Moore. Here. Vice President Jacobs.
Present.
Pierre Zabrowski. Executive Treasurer Lyons.
Here.
Assistant Treasurer Doyle.
Here.
Senator Dawson. Here. Senator Lennon. Senator Waldman.
Here.
Senator Hernandez Garrity.
Here.
Senator Hertzberg.
Here.
Senator Wilcoxon. Here. Senator Behrens. Here. Senator Frizo. Here. Senator Westwell. Here. Senator Abram. Senator Burns.
Here.
Senator Robb.
Here.
Senator Vada.
Here.
Senator Ledmont.
Here.
Senator Williamson. Here. Senator Shen.
Here.
Senator Cavender.
Here.
Senator Macri. Present. Senator Chenoweth.
Here.
Senator Howard. Here. Senator Martin. Here. Senator Flanagan. Here. Roll call.
Thank you. Moving on to public comment. Are there any people in the audience or on YouTube? All right. Moving on to the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, moving on to senators reports. Going into senators reports, just really quick, just be sure that, as a reminder, you're coming up here so that we can get it on the live stream and that the people on the live stream can hear. Yes. All right, senator reports. Senator Frizo.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new senators. First of all, nice to see you guys here. I would like to encourage everyone to attend the inauguration events next week. The email was sent out today, and I know this will probably be echoed by our president and vice president, but just to put that out there. And then I would also be willing to help any new senators with any Senate resolutions. We call them SRs. If you guys want, based on concerns of your constituency. I have been on Senate before, so please email me if you want help with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Frizo. Is there a second one? Senator.
The Finance Committee has been working on the bylaws recently, and we're looking into changing the categories instead of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 for organizations. So if anyone has any suggestions on how we could do this, one example would just be club sports versus religious clubs or media organizations. If anyone has any ideas, please email or reach out to me or Chair Frizo.
All right, are there any other senators reports? Senator Chenoweth?
Hello, everyone. So mine is pretty lighthearted and I think fun, but Alpha Gamma Delta is having a bags tournament philanthropy event this Friday, and student organizations can have teams sign up. It's teams of two, $20 per team, and I really want to play. So if anybody would like to be my partner, that would be fantastic, and we can represent the Student Senate. And if we win, I believe Alpha Gamma donates the money that they've earned to a philanthropy of, since we're a student organization, our choice in our name. So that would be pretty cool to get a donation from Student Senate. And you can have multiple teams from a student org join. So if there's a bunch of people that want to play, that'd be great. So if you want to play bags and hopefully win on Friday, just talk to me after the meeting and report.
Thank you, Senator Chenoweth. Are there any other senator reports? Senator Martin?
Hi, my name is Georgia. I'm the senator for the College of Business. I'm just reaching out to anyone who is like a business major or maybe not a business major but geeks out on business as much as I do. Please come and talk to me or just email me at georgia.martin@valpo.edu. I'd love to discuss with you business things, brainstorm some ideas for the College of Business and some other stuff. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Martin. Senator Hertzberg?
Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick about a recurring issue that I've been noticing on campus and have gotten a lot of complaints about. There seems to be a dog issue on campus. You might have seen in the Boopty report from last week that a faculty member was chased by a dog and pushed into a tree and hurt his head. And that is not an isolated occurrence. There have been a lot of off-leash, like I've seen a pit bull, a Doberman Pinscher. There's been this boxer that's always off-leash. And I bring this up because the university does have a leash law that dogs have to be in control of their owners. And I think it's kind of a liability concern. So just bringing that to your attention, just to be on the lookout for that. And I'll keep you updated throughout the semester if it gets worse or continues.
Thank you, Senator Hertzberg. Are there any other senators reports? All right, great job tonight. I love seeing all the senators reports. Let's keep that up. All right, moving on to advisors reports.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about the inauguration of the president. This is an event that's pretty typical at universities when new presidents start. Because our president started in the middle of COVID and last spring, this was kind of put off until we could do something that would be more like a traditional inauguration over the course of the weekend and have in-person events. So we're doing it a little bit later than might be the norm. So the last, obviously next week, the last week has a number of events. But really, the meat of the events that students might find interest in are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday is a truck or treat event, so I believe Senate's participating in that already, so that's great. Lots of kids and people from the community will be out for the truck or treat event. And, that's neat. So I think residence halls are participating and other student organizations as well. But if your student organization is not, you might think about doing that as well. And then Friday, there's going to be a little parade around campus. The board of directors of the university is here on Friday and Saturday and Sunday for this inauguration, and also for our typical board meeting, which happens in October. So the board will be adjourning their meeting on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock and joining in on this parade. So the entire board, members of the faculty, administration, staff, and others, and students are really invited to join in on this. I'll have Carrie talk about this. We have a little incentive for students out there.
Yeah, so if you choose to participate in the parade on Friday, we have a very special giveaway that I am not going to tell you about today, but I'm going to tell you that you're going to want one.
because they are like one of a kind, very cool, very Valpo things. And we will give a set of them away at each joining location along the parade route. So please make plans to join the parade route and you can get this very cool item. We will tease about it a little bit next week, so you might be able to figure out what it is. But hopefully you will come and join the parade and invite your fellow students. Everybody who's in the parade is getting a Valpo bandana, which is part of the tradition of this nature of the second line parade. And then I will also share with you that one of the giveaways is the scarf, the beacon scarf, and then the other giveaway is the one I'm not going to tell you about yet. It's top secret, and you're like, what? Anyway, okay. So just letting you know that. Then on Saturday morning, there are going to be service projects. One of President Padilla's major commitments is to continue this gift of service that Valpo students do to the greater community. So the goal is to have about 300 students engaged in service that morning. That email and information is being shared tonight and first tomorrow morning. So you just go to Volunteer Valpo or Valpo.edu/volunteer, and you can sign up right there to participate in that morning. So from 9 to 11, President Padilla and Mrs. Padilla and their daughter Camille will be out and about as well, doing service side by side along students. So it would be wonderful to have lots of representation from student senate participating in the service projects.
And Saturday morning, the administration and board of directors will be serving a free pancake breakfast in Founders as well. So you don't have to have a meal plan. You can just come in and have pancakes for free. So you might want to share that with other students and get the word out on that as well. And that's all part of the inauguration. Then the inauguration event is at 2:30 in the chat.
And you need to RSVP for that. If you're planning to go to the inauguration ceremony, you need to RSVP on the inauguration website.
So that's it on inauguration, and then family weekend is this weekend, so Carrie is going to cover that just real quickly.
Sure, so family weekend, as we shared, is this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There are a series of events and activities that are going on. Some of it is centered around the football game on Saturday, so people will make plans to go to the game. There's a murder mystery dinner. There's an alumni association that's doing a breakfast for students and families and so on and so forth. So if you would like more information, you can just go to the search bar on the Valpo website, type in family weekend, the whole schedule will pop up there. We know that predominantly families and first year students come for family weekend, but we also know that lots of other people's families will also be in town. So if you see somebody that looks a little lost wandering around campus on Friday or Saturday, just be as friendly as you possibly can be and be like, can we help you find where you're going? That would be great. So hope everybody, if you have family coming into town, that's really wonderful. We hope everybody has a great family weekend.
All right.
And then you know, Halloween. So there was a notice sent, sorry, real quick about Halloween. It would be deeply appreciated if everybody would remember that somebody's culture is not intended to be your costume. So as you are thinking about what you may be for Halloween, be thoughtful about how that might be received by others. So I always encourage people to go like as a red crayon or something, because nobody will be offended by that. But if you are thinking about going as another type of person or another culture of a person, I would strongly encourage you to give some thought to that. Because other people's culture is not intended to be that fun costume for Halloween weekend. So we always have some folks who make some interesting choices around Halloween time. So just thought I would share that PSA as well.
All right, thank you, advisors, for all that helpful information and reminders. If you guys have any questions for the advisors, because they give out a lot of information, please do so right now. All right, moving on then to officers' reports. President Ford.
Hello, first of all, I want to welcome our new senators. I'm so glad that you chose to take on Student Senate as a commitment. And I want to offer myself as a resource. If you have any questions about what Senate does or have questions about how to get involved, please email me and I would love to meet with you and talk to you about Student Senate. And that goes for all of our current senators too. Also, I put in a little bit more information about the trunk or treat and inauguration ceremony in the meeting notes. I put the link to reserving a seat at inauguration in the online version, so you can log on and reserve a seat there. Also, with Trunk or Treat, Student Senate is going to have our own car there, I guess. So if you are interested in helping out with that, dressing up as Star Wars characters, so please email me and we can figure out the details of that. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Like the advisor said, there's a lot of upcoming events that are happening in the next 2 weeks. So please just keep an eye out on different events that you can attend and represent your constituencies at, and report on at upcoming meetings. Are there any questions for me about anything?
Yeah, it's like the list of all the events on present or find off.
Well, I know there was an email sent out today. I believe it was sent out to everyone. But I believe there should be a schedule online. And advisors.
WIU/inauguration.
Yeah.
On your website.
So that should have a detailed list of everything that's happening and what you need to do to prepare, like reserving a seat, and information like that. Any other questions? All right, and report.
All right, thank you, President. We're moving on to my report. So first of all, constituency reports. For those that are new to Student Senate, the Vice President has the Student Senators write a constituency report either every quarter or every semester. Since we got kind of a late start this year, I'm just going to require it for the semester, and that will be due by November 29th. So just keep that in mind as you're going through the semester. This is the Student Senate meeting right before our last one of the semester. And then each constituency can do one report. You don't have to do individual ones. So the freshman senators can do one freshman report, junior, senior, and so forth. And then I will combine that all into one report that I will send out to administrators, deans, and such on campus so they know what's going on with their students. Some helpful questions that you can ask your constituents, because I know this can be kind of a weird subject to talk about. Two questions that come to my mind right off the bat are, what do you like about Valpo right now? And what would you like to see change? Those can help some very helpful conversations. And then obviously you can start asking your own as well. So maybe ask some questions specific to your college or specific to your constituency. But those two main questions can really help. And those go for senators' reports too. So if you want to know what your constituents are doing and report to Senate, those are helpful questions for senators' reports too. And that brings me into my next topic, senators' reports. Love seeing all of them tonight. I hope that continues throughout the semester. And just with some confusion going around about senators' reports, you can report on anything. So as you saw tonight, we saw a grand genre of senators' reports with Senator Chenoweth just putting out there about philanthropy events and joining him, to Senator Hertzberg's about some actual things happening on campus that could be addressed. So these can be anything. Just it's helpful information for your fellow senators to know and maybe act upon. So keep that going. It was fantastic seeing all those tonight. And then lastly, so as we're trying to help our transparency and getting our faces out there so students know who we are, who you are, and who to come to, we're gonna do some headshots. We've tinkered with this in the past and they may have not come out as good as we wanted them to, so we're gonna be trying to figure out how to best do these. But as soon as we have all of our positions filled, I will schedule a time for all of us before our Senate meeting to have each individual senator get a headshot so that PRC Grimpy can put those up on our website, use those in advertisements, and put those on our window in our office, just so we can start getting your faces out there and your constituents can point you out on campus and ask you questions since they now recognize your face. And lastly, I'm going to go off of what our advisor said and what President Ford brought up, and also what Senator Hernandez-Garrity brought up in the last meeting. We're not requiring any of the events during inauguration ceremony, but we highly recommend that you go out and represent Student Senate and get to know your constituents. these are really big events that a lot of the visitors are going to be coming to. So the more they know about what we do as an organization, as an institution on campus, the better. So please, I highly recommend you to get out there and do those. The link to the RSVP is in our minutes. Yes, does anybody have any questions for me? All right, moving on to shows.
Hi, everyone. Thank you to everyone who's already sent in excuses. You guys have been awesome. To the new senators, if you have an absence for a meeting or required event, just email me at senate.secretary@falco.edu, which is in the minutes, and try to do that 24 hours ahead of the event. That's all. Thank you.
All right, moving on to PRC Grimpy. I see he has no report, so moving on to Executive Treasurer Lorenz.
Hello, everyone. I just want to report that we did reach out to student organizations that receive stipends. We're going to be doing our semester 1 stipends. So if your constituents who do receive stipends ask, please have them forward their name, position, and ID number to either myself or Owen, or preferably just senate.treasurer@falco.edu. End report.
Thank you, Executive Treasurer Lorenz. Moving on to committee reports. Executive Committee President Ford.
No report.
All right, Finance Committee Chair Friesa.
Right, so the budget email will be sent out to Tier 3 orgs tonight after this meeting by myself. Just some preview of that, they will be due November 1st, so please communicate this to any Tier 3 organizations that you're on or know. Budgeting will be done through Presence this year instead of in the normal Google Sheet Excel format that we used to do. So in Presence, in the forms, it's labeled Spring 2022 Tier 3 Budget Request. That should allow them to find everything they need to be able to submit their budget. However, if they need help or have any questions, they can come to my office hours, which again are on Mondays in the Student Senate office from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., or they can email me at senate.finance@falco.edu. Are there any questions for me right now? Seeing none, end report.
Thank you, Chair Parizo. Moving on to Administration Committee, Chair Chenoweth. All right, moving on to Committee on Media, Chair Behrens.
No report.
All right, moving on to Screening Committee, Chair Bauer.
No report.
All right, moving on to Committee on Residence, Chair Abraham.
No report.
All right, moving on to Dining Services, Chair Martin. Yep.
I've got a pretty good committee when it comes to student senate representatives. However, non-student student senate representatives, I have no one. I've reached out to a handful of people, have not heard any reports back. So I would love if you just reach out to your friends if they're interested in joining our dining committee. And we will have a meeting in place with the dining committee every week. Right now it's at Tuesdays. So if you have any questions, just email me at student.dining@falco.edu. Or Senate Dining.
All right, moving on to Diversity and Inclusion Committee, Chair Howard. All right, and moving on to Discretionary Funds Committee, Chair Rob.
Just a quick update on the discretionary funds application. We're pushing back, opening that up by a bit so that we can set some more concrete guidelines on what we will and will not be funding this year. The bylaws are very vague, and we want to make sure that it's very clear what people should be applying for funding through the DFC committee. And we'll be figuring that out next week, and then very shortly after, we should have the application up and running for people to apply. End report.
All right, thank you, Chair Rob. Moving on to new business, there is none. Moving on to old business, there is none. So moving on to public comment, are there any in the audience or on YouTube? All right, seeing none, moving on to postmortem. I hope you all had a restful fall break because now it's crunch time. It's the last half of first semester. So we really want to start ramping things up. I hope you guys all were recharged over break. I know I was not, so, but we're gonna push through because yay for first semester. Also, not many people knew, but I knew some. I was thinking about going to DC next semester, so I was gonna do a one semester thing again, but do what you will with this information. I am going to be staying next semester, so no finding a new VP. All right, I hope you all, good luck on your midterms if you still have to do those. I know I do. So with that, moving into adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? All in favor of adjourning, please say aye. All opposed? All right, I adjourn this meeting at 8:56 p.m. Thank you, guys.